Yo, there we go. This is it. The last one. The last supper. The last bonfire. We're gonna be heading home. So I just wanted to log on one more time. I got about 20 minutes. We're gonna have to pack up early. We got some rain, so I'm trying to use up the rest of this bonfire wood. But I talked to my boy Bryce, the one that you guys watched about in episode 1 of the podcast. He's gonna come through today, and maybe Moku might come through and say what's up. But I just appreciate all the support, appreciate everybody coming out and kicking it with us. The chat's been great, talking story's been great, all the input you guys talking about, all the things that are important to you guys, it's been great. So I appreciate you guys taking out the time. Yo, and the check-in, Selena. What's up, Selena? Glad you came through. Thanks for hanging out on the last night. I know some people have mentioned, I'll keep doing lives, but this is the last one from vacation. Scott Kanemitsu. How's it, Scott? Thanks for coming through, bro. What's up, Corey? How you doing? A lot of people been telling me that there's been like a lag with the video after it gets posted. So some people who haven't been able to watch the video, people who couldn't make the live, when they try to watch the video, they said that it wasn't up. And I've been noticing it's taking like 24 hours to upload. I don't know if that's like typical or what. I don't know if it's because I'm in the UP and I don't have much signal and it just takes a while. But for whatever reason, it's almost 24 hours. I think it's like 18 hours from the time I actually go live to the time that it saves that live video. So if you can't make it or you gotta leave, like I know our homie has gotta leave every day and go to work and tries to check it out after work. It's still not up. So just be patient, it'll post. We'll be able to get to it. How's everybody doing tonight? How you doing, Corey? What's going on, Scott? What you guys doing tonight? Ooh, Lico Nobriga. How you doing, Lico? Star K Photo, you already read that book? Already? Dang, I'm glad you read it. It's a read. It gets a little meaty. For a former police officer, when I read it, I was still a cop, and it was meaty for me. But I knew those names. I'd run into those names the whole time. So for me, it made a little bit of sense already. The book is That Sunny Sky, Shady Characters by James Dooley. I want to do a giveaway, but the hard copy book is on back order. I think this whole Miski situation got everybody looking for Hawaii corruption. And if you search Hawaii corruption books, that's the book that's going to pop up. I know it's like, I've talked about it before, but James Dooley was an investigative reporter for the Honolulu Advertiser, I believe. And he submitted all these, articles over like a 20-year career about organized crime in Hawaii. And the stories kept getting pushed on the back burner. They kept getting canceled. And finally, when Larry Mayhow died, the Godfather, essentially, he posted these. And, or at least when he was sick, before he died. And it's crazy, the stuff that you read about. Yeah, we talked about that in the other video. I know, Lico. So I still got nothing. What's up, Anna? Aloha. Good to see you. Thanks for coming through. Joshua, it's called Sunny Skies, Shady Characters by James Dooley. Actually, you know what? I think he did an interview recently since the Miski stuff. Since the Miski stuff happened, I think somebody interviewed him. That may have been why the book flew off the shelves. That may have been it. Yeah, I know that the audiobook, or not the audiobook, but the ebook is there. Yep. Thanks, baby. Go check out that book. I read it and had to bookmark it. And if you look towards the end, one of the last few chapters, they talk about a situation where a police officer arrests one of the nephews of one of the bosses, and for a bike violation. And I cannot prove it because I don't have access to the computers now. But when I was there, I ran those checks. I'm pretty sure I was that officer, which tripped me out because this was at the end of 2012. I had just become, I think it was the end of 2012, and I had just become a police officer, maybe early 2013. So I had arrested this guy around the same time, and oh, it was, yeah, okay. I guess it was before the Miski trial. But I did see when I was looking, you know, when you go down one of those rabbit holes, I did see a bunch of videos, and one of them was James Dooley being interviewed about organized crime. So it's no surprise that that book flew off the shelves. That changed everything for me. It was an old time, it was actually a reserve officer who was retired. And one day, with John Whitehead, yeah, that was the one. I was working special duty one time with this old-time sergeant, and he had retired, and he was a reserve now. And I was asking him questions about a family because I ran into some drama with a family. I won't say the family's last name because there's probably some really good people in that family. But I ran into some drama. I was renting from them and in Kahalu. And the long story short is I was getting bad vibes by one of the dudes on the property. There was like 5 rental properties on this huge, like 20-acre property. And we rented one of the houses. And one of the dudes on the property was giving me bad vibes, and he did some things. He violated a couple times. And Marie Mayava. Marie, you related to Lyle? And somebody came to me on like an anonymous, somebody in the family, and said, hey, you got to look into this guy. I told him, I said, I'm having these bad vibes. And he said, I cannot talk about it because he's my family, but just look into this. And I looked him up, and it was big time. It was big trouble. And it was an old-time organized crime family from Hawaii that I didn't know about. And I was living in their property. And so I started asking around, and some guy said, yeah, I know that family. I grew up with the family. He said, if you're interested in that kind of stuff. What's up, Kimo? Breakfast plate. He got the breakfast mix plate from L&L. I hear you, bro. Thanks for coming through, Chemo. Appreciate it, dude. This is gonna be your last night, right? It's a 3 of 3. Lico, no way. You're related to Larry Mayo. Marie, you stay in Oahu. 3 of 5, Chemo. You're in 5 straight. Man. Wow, what a trip. I appreciate you guys coming through. It's gonna be the last one from the bonfire sessions. It's gonna be the end of an era. I'm sure I'll keep up with the lives, but it won't be every night. You know how it is with daddy duties and husband duties. We are heading home tomorrow, Chemo. Yeah, we're gonna have to wake up early. Wow, really? Star K photo. The book filled in some family history. Pukas no one talks about, but you grew up hearing bits and pieces about stories. Yeah. I know what that's like, man. And that's the thing. It's so multi-dimensional when you talk about these kind of stories, because even if somebody was bad, they could have been good to you their whole life, right? Could have been that good uncle we talked about on the first night, who always gave you $5 on a Friday, or always let you, took you to the movies, or, you know what I mean? And you find out later he was an, organized crime guy. But it doesn't change the relationship you had with them. His family's family. I mean, even bad guys take care of their family, right? So it makes you wonder, like, what makes somebody a bad person? What makes somebody a bad guy? And aren't we all bad guys a little bit? Some more than others, obviously. That's why when you're arresting bad guys, like, you gotta connect with them on like a personal level, because they're so used to cops talking to them like they're criminals, and like we're not the same. But I used to tell people, like, we're all just one bad mistake away from jail. Don't get me wrong, there's some people like Selena's talking about who just kill people. Like, none of us, this is an accident. You know what I mean? You do bad things like kill people and hurt people. Like, that wasn't an accident. But before someone killed somebody or did something really bad, they were just like us. Akela has never apologized to the grandma and the uncle they have framed. That's how bad they are. Yeah, you know what? I just watched an interview today. You know the one interview they did on investigating Hawaii or something? I think it was KITV. And they sat down, the one they did at their house. You guys watched that one? Where Catherine and Louis were in their dining room table. And they weren't in trouble yet. There's just rumors swirling. And they had interviewed the attorney of the uncle. And they asked the Kealoas, like, what do you think is going to happen here? What do you think's going to come out of this? And they were both like, nothing. I was be surprised if anything comes out of it. And it was so weird to look back 4 years ago to the people who were not yet in trouble. That's when I was still on island. I didn't leave for 2 years after that. And it's so weird to look back and see now that they've been, convicted. And there's still more cases. Like, there's more cases coming now. Like the Catherine Kealoha, she got a drug case this year. That's a trip. I think it's a distribution charge, or maybe a trafficking charge. I think it's a drug trafficking charge. That's crazy. If you're a prosecutor, you trafficking drugs. That's crazy how things get ahead of you like that. But like I was saying earlier, when I brought that to the attention of that old school sergeant, that retiree, the reserve, he was like, you know, I think that this book would be good for you. And he told me what the book was. And I'm pretty sure I ordered them online. And I read them, and I was small kind of depressed for like 2 weeks. And I moved. I moved out of that place, guys. I got out of my lease and moved out because I did not want to, as a cop, you know what I mean? I didn't want to be living somewhere and compromise my integrity to have to be silent about something because I live somewhere I want to keep the peace. That wasn't okay. And then my family was in danger, so we moved. And that's when we moved from Kahalu to Kuli'o, right there on the first street. Right when you turn down the valley, that very first dead-end street on your left. And we loved Kuli'o. I didn't think I would because I really love country. But then we moved out to Kuli'o and we loved it. It was great. It was like a neighborhood. Moved right down the street from the Perrys, which is another family who's got really great people, and then a lot of people that were named in that book as well. Marie, Mayava. I just moved back to the islands last year since 97. So you're gone from 97 and you moved back in 2019. 22 years. Corey said, all the stuff gonna come out soon, buckle up. I know. Anticipation is building. And it's not, and you know the thing is, it's not because you want to see somebody burn. It's not because you want to see somebody go down. It's because you want to see all the darkness brought to the light. So we can all be on the same playing field, you know? In high places like them, nobody would ever expect it. You're right. What is HY3? I want to make sure I address you right. What you want me to call you, HY3? Heard about the kill law. I never knew it was connected. Bad karma. It never ends good. You're right, Marie. Her brother, Rudy Puana, was my pain management doctor here on Big Island. Liko. So if her brother was a pain management doctor, is that what the drug trafficking case is? Because that would make sense. Because I heard it was pills. I wonder if she had something going on with Rudy. Do you know, Liko? Scott Kanimitsu says, those who you trust the most will disappoint hardest. You're right. I mean, that's how they're set up, right? They're set up to disappoint you. When you let them in close, it's that vulnerability that makes it such a big deal. I used to live across them next to the Decambras. Where did you live? Oh, HY is your initials, okay. HY, you used to live across from who? KK, I'll call you KK. Dope name. Without FBI, nobody would have known how corrupted the local government is. Ben, you know, this case, I believe this case was set off by police, by HPD. I believe that we have a fusion center in Honolulu where we deal with FBI. So I think at some point, though, this case became, the reaches of this case were so deep, the tentacles got so deep that FBI realized that they cannot use HPD for the investigation like you might typically for something that big. There's a lot of that as well. Thank you, Marie. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate your time. I know we all busy and you came out and hung out with us. Thank you so much for that. Corey, Michael Wheat and his team Avengers are in town. Yeah, I saw that Ken Lawson has been talking about Wheat coming back through. Across from Uncle George and Bruce. Oh yeah. Kikai, where did you live? Shiloh said her brother was writing prescription and selling. Ah, so that's what it was, huh? How come she's involved in that case? I wonder what went down. Yeah, Ken Lawson. Hopefully he gets some more traction. I've seen his videos. This is a good time for somebody like him that can break down the law. And everybody likes his style. I do too. Will the FBI go through last 20 years of the shady higher-ups in the force? No. I don't think they will. I know it sounds crazy, but they got so much going on. Without a complaint, without some complaint or evidence or a lead somewhere, I don't see them doing that. Just because they go through this may expose something. And if there's a demand for it, then maybe. Like if they find out that somebody got promoted or somebody wasn't promoted because they weren't cooperating with the laws or whatever, then that could crack open a can of worms. But I doubt that they'll go through it. 00. Cavecchio. Yeah. So you know that first street when you go into the valley from Kalani, that's where I live, right at the dead end, the last house, right by the stream. Good people. Aloha, Bennett. Oh, I'm glad you came through, man. Thanks for stopping through. You're welcome anytime. Sometimes we just kick it and we talk about what's going on in Hawaii. Just talk story. Whatever you guys are interested in. Yeah, Kekai, I lived on Keoki Place. So Keoki Place is that first left when you're going down the valley. I was the last house on the right. Good people that I rented from. Good, solid people. Man, Bennett coming in from Maui. Where you stay in Maui, Bennett? Yeah, I don't know, 00. I don't know if they'll be free. I think they may get tied in. I'm just saying that I think that if they don't find anything new, a lead to go down, this may be an open case already. That's the other thing. There may be open cases that they just had to close because at some point you don't have enough evidence to justify going through it. You grabbed from Kalani. No way, Selena. Micah Riggs. Dear friend, they have picked up a lot of military hierarchy elite and have arrested them. Welcome already out there. Trials and been executed, mass arrest, and still going on. Tony Benson. Mahuka. Aloha, Tony. Thanks for the check-in from Oahu. What were you in Oahu? Rich people, Selena. Yeah. The people I lived with, they were good. They were really, really good. Lucy Lockwood. Strategize. The whole corruption thing is a major issue today. For example, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. People want the government to be fair. You're right, Lucy. You're right. People are tired of it, man. Micah Riggs, 500,000 arrests and indictments. That's a lot of arrests. Bennett, you live you live Kihei. Man, I love Maui. So sad to hear about that officer. Two officers recently. I love Maui. Whole neighborhood is good. Great area. It's easy for me to surf at Sandy's or Port Lock. You're right. You know, there's that one surf spot right out in front of Kuli'o, but I guess it's sketch with reef. I was too scared. The guy my landlord, Brad, he told me that he used to surf it, but he was super sketch, and I couldn't risk getting hurt. Double O, thanks. Thanks for coming through, Aloha. Mahalos for coming through. Go take care of that baby. I know how it is. I got 3 babies of my own. They're not babies anymore. They still cry, though, that's for sure. Ditching school, go Sandy's. And when you get older, ditching work. Tony P checking in from Texas. What's up, Tony? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate it, man. Dude, I hear great things about Texas. You like it down there? Tony. Oh, you from town? Nice. Bennett, next for the Miskey case is his trial is the 11th, his detention hearing, which is crazy to me. We talked about it yesterday, but it's pushed back to the 11th, so we still got a week. And then we'll find out more if they don't push it back, you know. Bryson Akana. Yeah, man, Sergeant Lee, it's hard to find much info on that. Most of that was internal, yeah? That's probably wow. Bennett, I got love for Maui. Thanks for saying that. Maui's an incredible place. Maui is an incredible place. I love Maui. Love the mountain. Ah, what a great place. Love Lahaina. Picos, that's what it was. Kai with the save. Micah Riggs says there's a lot going on with Hollywood. I hear you, man. I think so. Right now we're finding out some crazy stuff. I know, Selena. I still cry to my mama. I know how it is. I know what to look for. Yeah, lock and loaded here in Texas. I hear you, Tony. I hear a lot of people coming down to Texas right now with all this stuff going on. With all this COVID stuff, a lot of people going down to Texas. He said, no way, it's good. Far paddle, so nobody likes to paddle out the Picos. Reef is hella shallow, but it's one of the most powerful South Shore breaks. Not like bowls. Wow, he said not like bowls, but strong. Those are some strong words. I thought bowls was strong. See, Kai, that goes to show you the depth of my surfing capacity. The Hawaiian Islands was a hot spot of child trafficking and drugs and money laundry. Big bus went down last 2 weeks. Yeah, man. We know there's a lot of sex trafficking in Hawaii. I don't know how that goes with the child trafficking. I know there's a lot of sex trafficking. I remember I went undercover And I picked up a prostitute once when I was in fourth watch. You know, right when you come out of academy, you go to fourth watch, and I did like an undercover operation, and the girl was from California, and I started learning more about the pimps in the area. And one of the big pimps, his name was Blue Diamond. He was from Detroit, and they picked him up in an expedition, and all the interior was koa. It was like a $200,000 truck. What's up, Alex? Thanks for coming through, bro. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, if those are fighting words, if you're gonna say Bowles wasn't strong. No, that's what he was saying. He was saying that was a really dope spot to surf, but I don't trust myself, dude. I do not trust myself. For some reason, like I could never go surf a spot that I could never go surf a spot unless I was with somebody who surfed that spot before they can give me a heads up. Like my homie Bryce. I remember the first time he took me to Diamond Head, and it's just Diamond Head, right? And Diamond Head's deep. But he took me out. Something about surfing new spots. Bryce took me to Marine Lands at Kiwalos. But most of the time I just surf queens and canoes. Missed that. Yo, so today I have video that I'll post on my social media. So if you guys go check out my Instagram or my TikTok, they're both at Doug Karenik. I'm gonna post today in the Great Lakes. I'm in Michigan. I'm up at Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, and we got 3-foot faces right now. We're talking a freshwater lake, not an ocean, a lake. And we got 3-foot faces. There's a tide. The lake is so big that it responds to the tides. And I go out there to fish today, try to catch some fish, because I guess the walleye are biting, and my son wanted to catch something. And I look out, and I see dudes setting up cameras, full dry suits, and hopping in the water with surfboards, shortboards. They're jumping in 6-foot shortboards to go surf these waves. I don't see how they're gonna catch them. You need longer boards for that. But we'll go on a trip to look out and see surfers surfing in the Great Lakes in Michigan. Bryson Akana. Thanks for saying that, Bryson. I appreciate the support, bro. And I was talking about something that you had brought up. Oh, Albert Lee. Yeah, that was internal, bro. All that Al Lee stuff was internal. It was sad. It was sad because I'm telling you, from an insider's perspective, all the guys loved him because he was an officer sergeant. He didn't, as a officer, you want a supervisor that's there to protect you from the brass. And it doesn't mean from if you're doing bad stuff or protect you like unions or nothing like that. That's not what this is. This is sometimes the brass wants you to do stupid stuff, like COVID tickets, right? And but let's say what you're doing is you're working a case right now. Like I remember there were times where I was looking for a really bad guy who was on the run and hiding, and I had a lead. I knew where he was, and I had a little network of people that were snitching on him, who were, they were informants. And I was so close. And then all of a sudden command wants us to go do some, jaywalking op or get some tickets or whatever. And so a sergeant that people like are the sergeants that protect you from the brass, who try to make stupid decisions because of politics or because they have to use up some grant, some funding that the federal government has given them. Al Lee's the guy who would, the dudes that were working hard, that were actually making an impact in the community, he would tell them, you go do what you got to do. Don't stop what you're doing, because he understood momentum is huge. When you have an officer who's making an impact, he makes more of an impact. And when you're on, you know, when you're on fire, you're on fire. So he would get officers to like be really effective, and he would teach them, he would help them strategize and help them think about the big picture instead of stats, or instead of coming out there and just status quo, like how to work hot spots and how to be proactive. So I was there and I watched him. He's the best sergeant ever, best patrol sergeant ever. Quiet dude, super quiet dude. And then he kept getting in trouble, man. It was so sad. And then with his DUI case, I don't know what happened, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know what the story is. All I know is, even if he did get that DUI, they went after him like he was a murderer. And he didn't get due process like someone is supposed to get. And that did look like it came from upstairs. Like it came from Uncle Louie. So, but like I said, that's all hearsay. Chemo, thanks for checking in. I appreciate you, man. Be safe at work, bro. Thank you for your service. Thank you for helping out and doing what you do. People need you, man. I appreciate you, Chemo. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for checking in on social. I see you, man. I see those comments and questions. I appreciate you, Chemo. Be safe, bro. I'll see you on the next one. I don't know when I'm going to do it yet, but I'll see you on the next one. I'll post it on my social. Thanks, bro. Oh, that's what's up. Your sub list jumped 2K in a week. People tuning in. Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, right? I hate hearing myself talk. But I kind of felt like a failure, to be honest with you, this week, because I really wanted to get out episode 2, and I worked real hard, and I sacrificed a lot of time with the family to knock out this episode 2. I worked like 30 hours on it this week, and I just couldn't get it done. I could have gotten it done, but it wouldn't have been the quality. So, Bryson, thanks for coming through, bro. I'm out of here in 2 minutes anyway, so thanks for coming through. Hawaiian Soho. Just got home, what, from work? You didn't miss much, dude. We're just talking story. We ate the marshmallows already, Alex. The family ate them. We did our s'mores today, but instead of doing the Hershey's chocolate, we did Reese's peanut butter cups. So we did the graham cracker, a melted Reese's peanut butter cup, marshmallow, and graham cracker. My wife, she's coming up with all this stuff. And then yesterday she did those, you know those Keebler cookies? The ones that are round with the chocolate stripes on them, chocolate fudge, whatever. She, instead of doing graham crackers, she did them with those. Oh no. Corey, thanks for coming through, bro. Hey, tell your mom I said what's up. Cool. You're in the process again. No way. Yo, you gotta hit me up. You gotta hit me up. I'll help you out. Hit me up on social at Doug Karenik, and I'll walk you through everything. Hey, don't forget to check in. This next episode is all about the process. It's literally about the 5 times that I had. It picks up from where episode 1 ended, from where I hopped on my plane to go to the first to test, but then it goes through all 5 of my visits. And I break it all down. It's like an hour long episode. So check it out, and then call me reach out and I'll help you out if you're in the process. I'll give you some pointers so you're not stressed out, you know what I mean? You like peanut butter cups on your eggs? Love that movie. Oh, he died. Hey, what was that guy's name? The cook from 50 First Dates. Heard he was a good dude. But I heard he died. Oh, Hawaiian Soul. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. $5 is huge. You guys don't have to do that. Listen, I'm here because I want to hang out with you guys. And to me, I love connecting with people, talking about things that I love in this world, like Hawaii and the police work. And it's just an honor for me to do that. So, but I do know that it's hard for people to receive gifts. That's one thing I learned when I moved to the mainland, is it's hard for people to receive a gift, right? We don't receive gifts very gracefully. We always, because of the vulnerability. You know how people talk about it's tacky to give a gift of cash, like on a birthday? People say it's tacky to give a cash, so you give a gift card or whatever. But really, let's be honest, man. You give somebody cash, like who on this earth won't benefit from some cash? But we turn like receiving gifts into this weird thing, when really it's the vulnerability we're not willing to give up. And so I'm trying to work on receiving better. So thank you for that gift. It was not expected, but it is much appreciated. Hawaiian Soul coming through. You've been solid every single night, been out here. And I'm gonna miss him too. But I got a fireplace at the house. And I got a bonfire pit at the house. So maybe I'll be able to do some bonfire action. But we'll see. I'm definitely not gonna be done with it. But it was nice to be able to kick it with you guys on my vacation. Kai. You get him, bro. Thanks, Snowball Effect. Watch him. Thanks for saying that. I received that. Now you hungry, Bennett? Cool. I'm serious. I'm not just saying that. Reach out. I'm being legit. I really wanna help. If you check my website, the website that I started was literally to help people who wanted to go through the process, people who are interested, because we need good people. Night into Day. I'm gonna check it out. I never even heard of it. Hawaiian Soul. You're right. That's the truth. So I just want to say thank you. Pomaikai ke Ko'olani. Was that his name? You don't appreciate money more than love and respect. That's a fact, Alex. I'm gonna do these chats for sure. Tony, my vacation's over, man. My vacation's over. We might hit the beach one more time. I'm posting videos if you check them out. It looks like Hawaii. The beach that we went to was like Sherwoods and Pictured Rock. If you look them up on Google, Pictured Rocks. If you check out my TikTok, I put one video about us pulling out a Pictured Rock, and it was nuts. Thanks, Koa. Hit me up. I will respond. Right now, Bennett, I'm in Michigan, the Mitten, the Murder Mitten. I'm in the UP right now, the Upper Peninsula. I live in the Lower Peninsula, but we're vacationing up here. Yeah, the cook. Yeah, man, it's been a blast. This is a beautiful place. It makes you appreciate Michigan for sure. really, really does. It's crazy because you know how you can live in a place for your whole life and not see certain things. That's how Michigan is so huge. For people in Hawaii, I guess, to understand, I think I talked about this before, but Michigan is massive. It's a huge state. I drove 7 hours to get where I'm at, and I'm still in the state. In a straight line, 7 hours. So picture traffic. Picture, let's say you work Bubby's Hawaii Kai, and you live sea country, right? Let's say you heading home after work, rush hour, and that's gonna take you what? 3 hours rush hour? Imagine doing that 2.5 times straight. That's what this drive was. But zero traffic. Those 7 hours are freeway hours. Just cruising, 70 miles an hour. 75, some of them. That's how far it is. And then Lake Superior is 2.5 miles deep. It's just crazy beautiful, and it's super clear. You know what's crazy about Lake Superior? Think about the Great Lakes like this. For people in Hawaii, picture an ocean with nothing in it that can hurt you. Nothing. No eels, no sharks, no crabs. I mean, nothing. No sea urchins. Like, imagine not having to worry about fauna. Bennett, you're right. Oh, yeah, from the other night. The whole country 5 feet underwater. Except for the Loch Ness. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, it's still creepy. Here's why. If you go into any lake besides Superior, it's murky. Cannot see the bottom. So the thing about Hawaii, the thing I love about, you know, say Waikiki, like surfing canoes, is even though you get sharks, you can see 30 feet. So it's something, it does a number on the brain when you cannot see. You hear the Jaws music. That's the thing, is I'm telling you, I would rather be in the ocean than any of the lakes, except for maybe Superior. Bennett, you're right, lakes creep you out. It's creepy. And then get plenty of shipwrecks. We found out today 10,000 ships have gone down in Lake Superior. 10,000 ships. 30,000 people have died. Yo, I didn't think about that. With the black sand beaches, you cannot see the bottom. You're right. That would creep me out. Lake Tahoe's crystal clear. I want to go to Lake Tahoe. I never did. Oh, but that's what I was talking about. When you know how you live in a place your whole life and you never see certain things. But in Oahu, I met guys all the time, like my B partners or people I knew from church or friends who, like, their mom or auntie lives west side. They live east side. They haven't seen them in 7 years. Same island. You live Oahu. You live an hour drive max. 2 hours max rush hour. Have not seen your auntie in 7 years. Who, like, raised you. Like, she's hanai'd you. So, in Michigan, though, it's huge. So I lived here my whole life. I never come up here. And now I'm kicking myself. Like, I should have done them when I was a younger man. But you can jump the rock. So imagine Waimea rock. But they got cliffs. Like like in Kauai. You can just jump them. Ooh, Cali Connect. Anna, the waters are rough today, but not normally. They're usually never rough. But today it's rough because we had a storm. I had plenty rain, so we had to leave. We left for the day. I'm sleeping in a hammock, so I have my hammock that hangs between two trees. So I didn't get wet. We had to lift all our stuff up. But Cali Connect, she went to Tahoe 2 weeks ago. Let me see. It was amazing. Caught the biggest trout I've ever seen in my life. You caught the biggest trout. How big was the trout? Ghost ships in the lakes, you're right. Dude, they got this, it's called Shipwreck Museum right here where I'm staying, and we thought about doing it, but that's spooky. Anna, I'm 38 years old. I just turned 38. Feel like an old man. Hawaii is a paradise. Bennett in the hammock right now, living the life. Thank you, Bennett. Thank you, Anna. Don't let it fool you, it's the filter. 4-pound trout. Did you eat them? Kimberly, thank you. Cool, thanks. I'll get to it, I promise. I did a podcast episode after I released episode 2. If you notice that when I released episode 1, then I did a couple episodes of Remember the Time with my family members, people that were involved in that time period that I covered in episode 1. It's like behind the scenes kind of action. Well, after I release episode 2, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll probably try to do it with my boy Bryce, who's supposed to be on here. He told me he was gonna check in. And but I also already helped one guy who hit me up and said he was trying to become an officer HPD. And so we did a podcast together where we went through the process of what he could expect. And I just gave him pointers and kind of talked him through everything. And I'll release that podcast after episode 2 comes out. And so I'll go through everything with you, whatever you need, man. You just keep me updated. 4-pound trout. When'd you catch the trout? I tried today. I failed at it. I was out there for about an hour trying to catch walleye with a Rapala. Alex, I don't have a favorite song. I got too many songs that I love. Too many songs that I love. But I guess my family, our favorite group, our favorite band, I guess you could say, is Kolohe. And they gave us permission to use all their music for my podcast. I reached out, and Roman's people said it was all good. They've been great to us. What's my 2 to 3 year plan? Stay in media? I don't know. You know, I like doing the podcast because I want to document like what my life was and how we got to Hawaii for my kids. I used to journal, and it's too cumbersome now with the 3 babies. So my podcasts are all going to be based on the journals that I wrote as I journaled through that process. So this next episode coming out, hopefully in the next week, it's just me going through my journals. And so instead of journaling from now on, I'm just gonna, that's what Leaving the Dream is about. It's about how I got to Hawaii, which is like the best thing I ever did in my life, changed everything about me and who I am, and then what it took to leave it. Journaling is great. Alex. I encourage it. So I don't have a 2 to 3 year plan in media. I'm just gonna do my channel. We'll see what happens. I'm still building homes right now. High and Soul. So my podcast is not on Spotify or iTunes. It's only on YouTube. So it's just a video podcast. It's a vlog of sorts. Of course, as the process is super fast now, I hear. Bro, but I tell you what, mine was 5 months. 5 months from the time I took the test to when I started Academy. When I had guys in my class who were waiting 2 years. Wait 10 years, then you start feeling it. Especially if you lived hard when you lived hard. Oh, I lived hard. I hear you. July 24th or 25th. Oh, that's when you got them. Can I link to it here? I don't know if I can do that without leaving. Hawaiian Soul, I don't know if I can do that without leaving. But I do know that the links are in my social media. The link to the videos. But it's Leaving the Dream episode 1. It's about 10 videos ago. COVID is fine up here. Everybody's wearing masks and all that good stuff. Who knows? It's changing so much in Michigan. Yeah, you gotta catch them fish right before the sun goes down, huh? That's what I hear. What story was that, Kimberly? The housing market in Michigan, booming. Booming, boo. It's crazy right now. It's actually sketchy, I think. You know how it gets so big and then it starts getting sketch. Because you know that's what draws them in, is you see everybody making money and then all of a sudden you take that risk and then bam, the bottom drops out. It's getting sketchy. Like I have 2 homes that we haven't sold yet that we just built. They're not completed yet. They'll be complete in the next 2 or 3 months. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. I just wanna make sure we sell them. Oh, cool. Graduated, went on the road. Oh, I can't wait to hear about it. You hear crickets? Yeah. Crickets are out tonight. My kids have been catching grasshoppers too. And my dog, I got a video. I'll post a video of my dog catching a grasshopper today. Yeah, the podcast is on my channel already. Okay, so Hawaiian Soul, you're not on social media, you're just on YouTube. Go check out my videos. It's titled Leaving the Dream Episode 1. The beginning. That's what it's called. Watch that, it's about 20 minutes. And then, hey, listen, you don't have to go look for it. I'm gonna re-release it before episode 2. I'll release a video for people to catch up and watch episode 1 before they start episode 2. It makes more sense to watch them in order. Chad Bailey coming through. What's up, Chad? How's work, bro? So, Chad, you said you don't work at the pumps. So you work downstairs. So when I would turn in my car, would you be there? If I'm turning in my car 5 o'clock, had you come in yet? Or you never come in until 6 o'clock? Any opinions on what happens leading up to the election? Then after, depending on who wins, you know what? This is so crazy right now. So much of this stuff is motivated by the election. I don't even know what to believe. That's what's sad for the American people, is none of us know what to believe. They got us fighting each other on taking COVID serious. Some people think it's a hoax. Some people think it's real. Some people, it's militarized. It's polarized. And really, we all just want what's best for the country, right? We all just want to be safe. We all want to get back to work. And it's crazy how they weaponize this during the elections, man. It's really disheartening. And depending on who wins, man, I don't even know. It's up in the air anymore. I don't even know what's going to happen. Things are so crazy right now. And me, like everybody else, I'm trying to raise my kids. I'm trying to work hard. I'm trying to, create a legacy for my babies and my wife. I don't even have much time to think about that stuff. Like average people, you know what I mean? We're just trying to go about our life. We don't want to be worried about crooked politicians. Oh, don't get me started. I don't know. I cannot trust politicians, bro. Alex, I was not in the military. Although if you would have seen me when I was a cop, I looked like it. People always thought I was in the military. Once I had somebody pay for my entrance into Iolani Palace, or not, was it Iolani? Yeah, it was Iolani. Somebody paid for me to get in, and then came up to me, handed me the pass, said, "I bought this for you. Thank you for your service." And I felt so bad. I said, "Uncle, listen, I'm so honored that you did that for me, but I did not serve in the military." And he was like a little bit embarrassed. And he was like, "It's okay. So, take it anyway." And he was a good dude. Oh, that's why, Kimberly. I know. I can't believe I told that story. Driving me nuts. Felt good to get off my chest though, yeah? There's more to the story. I had to leave some of the stuff out. On the live, you never know. Dang, I guess I'm really behind on these comments. We should have bonfire 3 times a week. I'm going to try. I'm going to see what I can do on the bonfires. Selena, I did martial arts, yeah. Episode 1 of the podcast kind of dealt with it a little bit, but I trained in Tong Sudo and Muay Thai for basically my entire childhood. It was my first true love, was martial arts. I competed. Anna, oh, you're in Utah. Yeah, I hear you. And Utah is... So just like I'm hearing people moving to Texas, everybody's moving to Utah right now. It's such a sovereign, free, beautiful place. The thing is, in Hawaii, Anna, in Hawaii, not just trending because of the economy, but in Hawaii, like where I'm from in Detroit, if you want to sell your house for $200,000, you sell it, you put them on the market for $240,000, and then they talk you down and you settle for $200,000. In Hawaii, if you want to sell your house for $800,000, which would be the same house as the $200,000 in Michigan, you put them up for $840,000, and then people buy them for $860,000. You only got them listed for $840,000, but they'll put in a conditional offer that says, we're willing to pay $840,000, what you're asking, but we'll pay up to $860,000 if there's another offer that's higher than ours. It's a contingency. That drives me crazy. I can't believe you can do that. You can sell a house for more than what you asked for in Hawaii. Oh shoot, I just checked the time. I'm gonna head out in 4 minutes, guys. I got an early morning. I wanna be ready for the kids. Wow, I'm back in these Chad, I'm still here at the main. You can catch him right here on the YouTube channel, Alex. So, Chad, you check the cars out or you work on them? Well, you start at 6. So only if I caught one late case would I run into you. Or if I would also do like second watch. You remember me? So we had our own cars. The D1 ATVs had our own cars. We had 1313, 1312, 1310, and 1090. We had 1098. We had our own. But every once in a while, we'd have to check out our own cars if we never had enough. If we had to do something on the road. Kimberly, yes, karate, essentially sport karate. OT, Chad. Make that money. Good night, Cole. Thank you, sir. I'll catch up with you. I appreciate you guys. Yo, I'd love to see a vaccine, Cali Connect. Thank you, Selena. You've always been sweet. Thank you for that. Good night, Alex. Have a good night, bro. Thanks for coming through, my G. You might be right, KK. Thanks for coming through, Bennett. Cali Connect, thanks for coming through. Kimberly, I feel you. Thanks for coming through, girl. Ben, I hear you. I feel the same way. My shins, I can barely feel them now, Selena. What drives me nuts is when I step on a Lego in the middle of the night because of my babies. It ain't the shins I'm worried about. Thanks for coming through, Anna. Have a good night. Holly can scrap. Oh, I never seen Mayhem Miller wear that shirt. If I knew, I would have bought them already. The rest out, because that was some pretty effed up, but funny. I'm glad you got it off your chest. You should always be able to exhale. Here, no judgment. Thank you, Kimberly. Yeet. Sup, Palala. Habit coming through again. Late check-in though, huh? Thank you guys for coming through. Dude, the weirdest thing I ever confiscated? There's nothing weird after you work Chinatown. Nothing weird after you work Chinatown. And I ain't gonna lie, if it was too weird, I threw them away. There's no way I would be caught dead submitting stuff into found property. Some of the stuff that I found. Hawaii real estate is out of control. Oh, you're a mechanic, Chad. So when I used to turn them in, because we had plenty of problems with the older cars. You guys had to put up with some stuff. Drake Wood Bros, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Whatever happens, happens. I'm trying to have fun out here. I want to keep it in perspective, you know? Drakewood is a dope name. Anna, you too. Thank you so much. I'll give them your love. Oh, the fourth watch get those cars now? Maybe they got new cars since I've been gone, because they got cell phones now, Chad. Thanks, Hawaiian Soul. I'll sleep good. You too, my bro. Shoots Bennett. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you guys. Bennett, come back. Make sure you come check it out. Say what's up. Good night, Chad. Thank you, bro. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate you, dude. I'll say my prayers, Kimberly. Thank you. All right, Selena, thank you. Jensen Chang coming through, creeping on the solo. Then the last minute log off. Dude, I wish I knew you were here, Jensen. Bryce is on too. Say what's up to Bryce. Appreciate you guys coming through. I'm logging off. No way, I didn't know that story. I had no idea. You know, I don't know if I ever seen him fight. I never saw that fight with Egan. Jed. What's up, Jed? Coming through. Thank you. Okay, Kai, appreciate you, bro. Aloha. Till the next time. Thank you, Scott. Thanks for checking in, bro. Oh, Hawaiian Soul. My bad, no disrespect. Thank you for coming through, man. Thank you, sister. Tony, thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Maybe we can talk more next time. Stay tuned. I will. Okay, Kyle, check them out. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the love. Aloha. I'll see you sometime this week. Thank you, Selena. All right, bye-bye, guys.